Hello guys, Mark Flockhart here, helping you guys with insurance tips, making you smart about your insurance. The truth about insurance. So there's auto, home, life, all that stuff, that's your insurance, right? That's protecting you from if you get injured, stuff like that. But there's different types of insurance within a company. So a lot of your major companies like Esurance, which is more of a direct insurance, and the General, which is more of a direct insurance. And you've got State Farm, which is more of an agent type business. So there's different types of insurance and there's different ways. And I want to kind of unbreak the truths or the misconceptions of what they're actually benefiting you. As we all know, most insurance companies are based off of price. So they are focused on what they can sell you and how much they can sell it for, right? They're always trying to be the cheapest. And that's not necessarily a good thing. When you have the cheapest company, like for example, Google State Farm. If I'm not mistaken, they are the largest company in the nation right now for the US. State Farm shows a profit loss falls on the 7 billion auto underwriting loss. That's from Bloomberg as of February 28, 2017. So even though you're the biggest company out there, you may not always be the best year, right? If they take in all this small business and all the lowest prices, and then which probably is what happened, is they misrepresented the risk. They took in all this business and then claim, new car claim, accidents, all that happens, you're going to lose a lot of money. That sounds like a lot, but they're probably still decent in a good position. Not necessarily a good position. They're probably still losing a lot, but their income is a lot higher. So having a $7 billion loss is going to hurt them bad. However, what you're going to see now is because that's forcing them to look at, oh crud, we misrepresented what we thought that we were going to do, and now we have to come up and raise the rates. So all of you that are with State Farm, there's a good chance that your rates are going to go up. Not necessarily in all areas. It's mainly going to be in the ones that have a high claim. So if you're in New York, probably Michigan, Detroit area especially. If you're in Florida, if they're doing that, those are most likely the states that they're going to have most issues with because those are the higher claim areas. When you're talking to an insurance agent, they are vested in you. And there's a reason they're invested in you. One, they want to, they're looking for people that they like and they like to, have a good conversation, but you're not their brother. You're not their cousin. You're not their family member. You're not the person they love. You're not that. You're your business, right? You're a customer. The good agents will take care of you because that's just the person they are. You're purchasing insurance from that person. It's the personality. Where if you have a claim, they might come to your house. If your roof has some damage to it, they might come over with a hammer and start fixing it for you. Those are the great agents, and those are the hard people to find, is the people that are willing to do whatever they need to do to make their customers happy. Because if you serve the people, in the end, you're going to get served as well. Where if you're not that person, then yeah, you can have a good rate, you can still pull customers in, you can have all that, but you're not going to create that business. So that's one of the things, the truths about insurance, is agents tend to be a better fit, okay? Since a lot of us nowadays with the economy, up and down, back and forth, are very focused on price, there is a cost to that, and it's not very high, and sometimes not at all. There's some companies that don't charge anything extra to have an agent, but that agent is getting renewals. Every year that you're with them, they get 2%. 5%, 7%, whatever that company is paying that person, they're getting that money on you. It might not seem a lot, even if they're making 10% renewal on your $1,000 policy, that's $100 a year. If you imagine if they have 1 million people doing that, or $1 million worth of business, that's a $100,000 paycheck every year, and that's just on the renewals. That's not them actually taking in new business because they're constantly pulling in to cover up the ones that are leaving. Perfect scenario, if I had the choice, I would always go to an agent, especially some of those agents that have they're not exclusive agents where they have to sell just State Farm. Allstate agents, they have to sell just Allstate. In the event that they can't sell Allstate or you're out of their guidelines, then yeah, they can go outside and sell Progressive or something, but that's only because Allstate denied you. So those are those situations. They tend to be a little bit more customer focused because they know you are their life, you're their income. You're paying for their car, you're paying for their house. And if they want to make it really good in this industry, which a lot of them do, then they really better take care of you. That's why, like agents, Now you have the direct insurance, which is also a great benefit. So this is more so for the person that is just looking for the best price. They're the ones that go online. I'll try to put a link in there so if you guys want to do one of those. And then they get called from like 7 different companies. Oh, we'll give you this, we'll give you this. They'll let them fight for it. It's a little bit of annoyance just because you're going to get a lot of phone calls, but they're just shopping. They need $100 off their bill every month, and that's it. That's all they care about. The downfall to those, there's a good and a bad. The downfall to those is you're not getting that agent contact. Sure, if you have a claim, they're still going to take care of it. They're going to send the agent, the adjuster out, just probably the same guy that State Farm might send out. You know, some of them share adjusters. You're still going to have that great experience. The thing is, you're not going to have that personal contact. So you got to ask yourself, is that personal contact worth it? That's the part where they're trying to meet the customer in the middle, but they're also really saving money when they do this direct insurance thing. A lot of companies, although they have to create the infrastructure because it's not all companies have perfected it yet. So yes, insurance companies, they need your money. Flat out, they're a business, right? But look at Best Buy. They need your money too to survive. You have to buy the laptop from them or online. Those are your options. Same thing with insurance. You can buy it online or you can buy it from the agent. The only benefit of buying the agent is you're likely to get somebody that knows the state, knows the area, knows you maybe, and can create a custom profile for you specifically. Where your online person, you're going to talk to a direct agent where they work in a call center. Those guys, they're licensed like me. I'm actually similar to one of those. They are licensed in 30 states. So they kind of know the rules in your state because they're probably overwhelmed. If you are licensed in 30 states, it is difficult to understand every rule, every guideline, every discount. Their job is to focus on the discounts, get you the best rate. Some companies are shying away from just getting the best prices because like you saw with State Farm, if you constantly focus on getting the best, lowest deal, sure, you're going to pull in the business. But when the rates climb, those people leave. They don't care. If you're trying to focus on their needs and fit them for what they need, then they're not likely to leave you. That's really the main focus of insurance. Now there's a third kind of a hybrid sort of that, where you have these multi-line companies. So they can quote, let's see, I'm thinking this off the top of my head. They can quote Liberty Mutual, Progressive, Foremost, which is owned by Farmers. They can't quote Farmers because Farmers is exclusive agents. They can't quote Allstate because Allstate is exclusive agents. They can usually do, a lot of those like local Liberty Mutual, American Family, a lot of the smaller agencies, those have really good rates and they got really good service levels. I mean, Liberty Mutual is a great one. You know, Amica, I think they're exclusive as well. But those are a hybrid. So you can get these guys that can quote 12 different companies. They type your name up, get your information, and boom, it just boom, okay, I'm messing around. So they type you in, they get you a quote, and it's the best deal for you for house, home, auto, life, all that. Typically those guys can do it all in one shot, and more often than not they're going to give you the best deal. But the question you got to ask yourself is, are you going to want that local connection? If you're that type of person, exclusive agent, which is a brick and mortar, or those multi-quoters. Usually those guys are not in call centers, so they're not typically just picking up the phone, never going to come to your house type person. The reason these companies are pushing this online, the media and all that stuff is mainly because that's what you're looking for. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to sit on the phone for 15, 20 minutes and talk to the guy. You know, a typical call, if you're going to quote home and auto together, or umbrella, is going to be a half hour to 45 minutes just to get the quote. So imagine calling 4 companies. That's 4 or 5 hours that you're spending looking for insurance. Sure, you can save $100, but how much could you have made up if you worked overtime at your job? They're partially focused on you, but the other reason that they love it is because now they don't have to pay, some companies don't have to pay these continuous renewals to these agents. Some do both, and some don't. So they've got this actual benefit that they've created where they're pulling in the customer, they're getting the business, and they're just pocketing the money. They love that part. But you guys are the one that spurred it. You're the ones that decided, I want to go online. Other companies, they'll actually take you in off of online, they'll call you, and then they'll actually assign you to an agent. So that's kind of a nice benefit to have too, because you're not paying the extra cost unless it's built into the price, which who knows if it is, right? If you get a good deal, you get a good deal. And now you've got the local agent. Now that agent isn't as inclined, although they should be more inclined to work with you heavier because you're a brand new customer, but because they didn't get the business, they didn't go out and market it, there is a little bit of a disconnect because you're coming from them. And who knows what this guy had set up for you. It might not be the way that this guy would normally recommend that you go. So that could be a little bit of a disconnect, but if you can get over that, I mean, that's a great way to go. Hope this helps. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think that you'd want to know about the truths of insurance? What's the one thing or the few things that you've always been curious about? Let me know in the comments below, and maybe you'll be responsible for my next video. Till then, I'll see you in the next one.